Welcome to St Patrick's Park in Tempo here for this minor championship final between Newtownbutler First Fermanaghs and Derrygonnelly Harps. My name is Maurice McLaughlin. I'm joined here in co-commentary by Niall Smith. This game brought to you on Fermanagh GAA TV by Jerry and Frank Mulligan from Mulligan's Bar and Restaurant in Newtownbutler and Cassidy Eggs from Derrygonnelly. I'll run through the teams here, Niall, before I come to you. Derrygonnelly Harps: 1 Jacob McHugh, 2 Ronan Jones, 3 Paddy Sinclair, 4 Lucra McBride, 5 Conor Rice, 6 Finlay McKenna, 7 Shane McKenna, 8 Eddie Elliott, 9 Michael Duffy, 10 Shane McGurran, 11 Nisha Harbison, 12 Evan Cassidy, 13 Evan McKenna, 14 Conal Rasdale and 15 Mark Gallagher. The Newtownbutler team: 1 Conor Cohey, 2 Hugh Fitzpatrick, 3 Ryan Casey, 4 Michael Rennick, 5 Jack Crudden, 6 Conor Casey, 7 Ben Cohey, 8 Johnny McCaffrey, 9 Ryan Crudden, 10 Conrad Rehill, 11 Dara Chapman, 12 Mark Crudden, 13 Aidan McCaffrey, 14 Jim Sherry, 15 Dahi Swift. Just, I suppose, Niall, the earlier game in the league that these two teams played, Newtownbutler ran out winners of that game by 9 points, but as we both know, I suppose, league and championship, Newtown won the league, defeating Balnalek in the final, but championship fare different?
It is, yeah, without a doubt. And I suppose the one thing about Newtown, I think they're unbeaten all season at this stage. I suppose that night in Derrygonnelly, the difference was their ability to take 2-pointers. And I suppose that was why they won by 9 points in the end up. It was reasonably tight up to a certain point, but just their power and strength made all the difference. But I think, you know,
well, we'll just pause for a Ron Naveen song by Abigail Green from Derrygonnelly Club. Well, a rousing rendition of a Ron Naveen from Abigail Green from the Derrygonnelly Club, and we're set to go here. The man in the middle is Niall McCann. Two teams getting ready to go. I suppose on what we were talking about there earlier, Newtown slight favourites for this one.
yeah, and I mean, I think it's a case of it's nearly a case of Newtown sort of ahead of everybody else, and then it's sort of 3 or 4 teams, then sort of neck and neck in terms of who's going to take them on. So it's going to be an interesting tussle. I suppose it'll just be interesting to see how Derrygonnelly set up. One thing about Newtown, even looking at the pitch, they've serious power up through the middle, and you'll see this from the throw-in. But I think certainly Derrygonnelly will give it their very best, but I suppose they'll really require a good start.
Well, the two men lining out of the middle is Dara Chapman and Michael Duffy, the two captains, the respective captains and county minor colleagues of old. As the ball is thrown up and both men go up and Dara Chapman gets his fist to it and it's stopped there, and up with it comes Finlay McKenna and he plays the ball forward, and onto the ball that time comes Shane McKenna, and the ball is played inside, and coming up there is Lucra McBride from cornerback. It's played back inside, and I think that was Shane McKenna again, but he skied that one, and Johnny McCaffrey goes for it, but out comes Ryan Casey with the ball, and Newtown break, and Dara Chapman and Dara Chapman and Evan Cassidy went for that one, but Derrygonnelly come up with the ball, and it's Nisha Harbison, the man who won an All-Ireland Fleadh at the weekend with his very talented Irish musician. Finlay McKenna has the ball here, and he fists the ball forward inside, and Conor Rice is on the ball, and he gives the ball over to Evan Cassidy, and Evan gives it inside, and inside there is Mark Gallagher. Mark surrounded by Newtown men, but manages to evade them and goes goalward, and a fine score there from Mark Gallagher. Niall, Mark done very well there.
He did, yeah, and I mean, he had to break through, I suppose, a three-man tackle there, and he just kept going, kept the ball alive, didn't get bottled up, and I suppose that was the thing, kept moving forward, didn't look back, and an excellent score from Mark.
So, 2 minutes on the clock, and we have our first score. As Conor Cahill, this one has come off the tee, and kick out, such a big part of this new modern game, but unfortunately for Conor, that one goes out over the line, and taking it out over there is Shane McKenna, and he plays it back towards Finlay McKenna, Cousins, and it's in with Nisha Harbison wearing the number 11 and getting a lot of ball here earlier, but dispossessed, and Ryan Casey comes out with the ball. The free is given, and Dara Chapman is now on the ball, and Dara moves forward with menace, and he goes by the centre half back, and Dara Chapman, and he's still going, surrounded by a swarm of Derrygonnelly men, but he goes with the left foot and he kicks that one and over the bar. And I suppose evidence there, we spoke beforehand about how strong Newtown are up the middle, and the full-back coming out and winning that ball, getting Dara Chapman on the ball, and he drove with the Derrygonnelly defence. And
I suppose turnovers were so important there, and I mean, they reacted very well to it, Newtown. I suppose Derrygonnelly sort of got bottled up when probably didn't need to, and Newtown reacted very well to it. I suppose the one thing about Dara, he'll certainly give you power going forward, and for Derrygonnelly that's going to be something that they're going to have to deal with throughout this game.
So we have 5 minutes gone here in St Patrick's Park in tempo, and Jacob McHugh kicks, and it goes long, and the Brecon ball comes down, and well, it's Michael Duffy has come up with the ball there, gives it back and takes the 1-2, and he plays it out to Nisha Harbison, and well, not Nisha's best effort. You could see what he was trying to do. He was trying to play a long ball in the corner forward, and it just came off his foot and went out over the line.
Yeah, just off the outside of his boot, and probably with the wind carried it as well, which probably didn't help.
So Newtown have a line ball down underneath us here, and Jack Crudden will take it, and he plays it out to Ben Cahill, and Ben has a man inside him, and that man is Ryan Crudden. Ryan with the bandaged knee, and he steps inside, toe to hand, and he gives it out on that far side, and Newtown work it back across, and it's Ben Cahill who started that move, and he looks for that early ball inside, and it's Aidan McCaffrey in there, and he gives it back to the wing half back, and a fine score there from Jack Crudden.
Yeah, and Newtown kept the ball moving forward there. They didn't go backwards at all, and men running into position, and I suppose Derrygonnelly were sort of found static a wee bit there in terms of their cover, but again, just a sign maybe of things to come in terms of how Newtown are playing. They're moving the ball quickly and moving at pace.
So Jacob McHugh with another kick out here for Derrygonnelly Harps, and this time he goes for the stand side, and up they go, and a good flick on there, and up with the ball for Derrygonnelly comes Evan Cassidy, and he gives it to Laker McBride, and it's given inside there to Michael Duffy. Michael surrounded by Newtown men, but he manages to get the ball away, and inside there was
Mark Gallagher.
Mark Gallagher had the ball, McKenna. And this time it's Conal Rasdell, and he gives it back out to Evan Cassidy. A great block by Jack Crudden, who has made an excellent start to this game, both in a defensive way and tagging on that last point. And Newtown looked to transition the ball out of defence, but a slip there, and I think it was number 10 Conrad Rehill who slipped there with a good early ball inside, and it's Dahi Swift, and Dahi turns, not the biggest in stature, but he goes inside and he goes with the right foot, and that one is over the bar. And I suppose, worrying signs for Derrygonnelly.
Yeah, and I mean, all their scores so far have come from Derrygonnelly turnovers, and needlessly so, because they're sort of going into the tackle. They need to keep the ball moving, and I suppose they're taking contact when they don't need to. Just taking a wee while to settle in here, you know.
And I suppose if we do look, the physicality of Newtown and that Newtown defence, Derrygonnelly do need to keep the ball moving, as Eddie Elliott went up for that one, but Newtown come up with it again, and they have advantage, and it's Dara Chapman, and he's going to have a free shot here. Dara, he goes one way, goes the other, and he goes with the right foot, and that one is dropping dangerously in, but Jacob McHugh lets it go out, and the advantage is over, so it's a wide ball.
Yeah, and that's 4 shots to Newtown, scoring 3, which is a great start for them. Derrygonnelly's have 1 shot, scoring 1. So again, the difficulty for Derrygonnelly is keeping possession. Newtown are making hay when that comes around. So just Derrygonnelly need to settle. Just need to keep the ball, keep possession, not be wasteful.
So Jacob McHugh goes long, and this time Michael Duffy, the captain, gets it, and he plays it inside to Conall Rasdall, and Conall gives a nice little fist pass inside to Nisha Harbison, and Nisha elects to move the ball back, and it's Conall Rasdall again, and he gives the ball back out, but this time it's blocked down. It was Eddie Elliott who was blocked down there, and Newtown again looked to transition quickly out of defence, but some good work from Finlay McKenna managed to stop that happening.
Yeah, and Derrygonnelly need to keep this pressure on.
Newtown managed to get the ball out on the far side, and over on that far side, I think it's Conrad Rehill. He gives the ball into Dara Chapman, and Newtown will be looking for a big game from their captain, county under 20 starter in his first year at that grade. Gives the ball across, and the ball is over there with Ben Cahy, and Ben gives a little chip shot inside, but it's well cut out this time, and Jack Crudden tries to stop Nisha Harbison coming out with the ball, but Nisha gets it away, and he gets it away that time to Michael Duffy, and Michael looks up and looks to give the early ball inside, and he does, and he gets that ball inside, and it's the number 13, Evan McKenna, but Evan is overturned, but Newtown spill the ball, and Mark Goller is on the ball, and he gives it back out, and he gives it to his captain Michael Duffy, and Michael plays it across to Nisha Harbison, and Nisha, great little ball inside to Eddie Elliott, and takes the 1-2, takes it back, and he gives the ball out there, and it's played back out here, and Lucra McBride, and he has given the ball over there to Mark Goller, who is out now around the middle of the field, and Conall Rasdall, the full forward line, are operating just inside the midfield at the moment.
Yeah, and just Derrygonnelly being a wee bit lateral here, and I suppose that's a lot to do with Newtown's pressure and the way they're set up. And I suppose Newtown are sort of hitting a direct ball, Derrygonnelly are going lateral.
And it actually has given that physical Newtown defence time to set up and get those turnovers. Difficult for Derrygonnelly to break down when they're set up in this 11v11 that we hear so much about. Conall Rasdall, a little pop fist pass inside, and Michael Duffy takes 2 men on and takes them out of the equation, and Michael bears down on goal, and it opens up in front of him. Oh, and it's a goal. Yes, it's a goal. There was some doubt there, but indeed it did look. The ball hit the underside of the bar, and it did look to go in, hit the stanchion, and come out again.
Yeah, it certainly did. Remember, he hit it with unbelievable pace. And deferred to Michael, he just took the ball on and went for it. And
a badly needed score there for Derrygonnelly. We have 12 minutes gone in this game.
And to be fair, Derrygonnelly kept possession for a period of time there.
So it opened up in front of him there, and in fairness to Michael, he just went for it very direct, and the ball goes up, and Nisha Harbison breaks it down, and Conall Rasdall plays an early ball inside, and inside this time, turn on Evan McKenna just pulls that one to the left and pulls it wide. it would have been a great time to tag on another score when the momentum were with Derrygonnelly.
Yeah, absolutely, and just a wee bit of a rush of blood to the head. I mean, yes, he was right to have a goal, but just needs to settle a wee bit, I suppose, just expecting to get tackled. I mean, Derrygonnelly hopefully will take a lot out of the goal that they're after scoring, and they need to make the most of it now. But obviously this next couple of minutes is going to be crucial.
The kick out that time again from Conor Cahy, and unfortunately for Conor, that's the second one that's gone out over the wing, but a quick early ball in there, and it's gone into that man Evan McKenna, and Evan turns to Conor Rasdell, but he's surrounded by Newtown men, but he manages to get the ball out, and the ball is fisted inside, but again Newtown look to turn it over, and there's a bit of a scrap going on there, but Newtown come out with the ball, and it's Mark Crudden, and he gives it back to Ben Cahy, and it's Dara Chapman with the ball over on the far side, and he fists the ball inside, and Mark Crudden has it again. It's back with Dara Chapman, and little pop pass inside, and the forward is out there in front very quickly, and that forward is Aidan McCaffrey, and he gives it inside, and it's the wing half back, and Newtown strike back straight away. Jack Crudden, number 5, 1-1 for Jack now.
Yeah, and to be honest, I felt that it came from what could have been a Derrygonnelly free in, but Niall let it run. He's letting the game flow, which suits Newtown because of physicality. It could have just as easily been the other way, and then that's just obviously Newtown punished it with that goal.
So a bit of confusion here as Newtown thought they had the free, and Johnny McCaffrey was very quick to take advantage of that, but indeed it is a free to Derrygonnelly, and it's something we hear a lot about now. Referees trying to, we've noticed in hurling, referees are trying to let the game go, and there's a balance there that has been missed a lot of the time.
There is, yeah. I mean, it's fine and well, I think, at I suppose senior level, when I suppose all players are generally at the same physical thing, but unfortunately at underage, the physical team will always win out if the referee lets it go. And I suppose it's a good thing in a way. Players have to learn that you can't win a soft free, you have to work hard for it. So I suppose from Derrygonnelly's point of view, you can see the physicality of Newtown is paying dividends.
So Derrygonnelly on the ball, trailing by 2 points. They had got their noses in front after that fine individual goal from captain Michael Duffy. There's Conor Rasdell, and he's out here on the far side, and it is slightly lateral at the moment, but here's Michael Duffy again on the ball, and Michael goes for the 2-pointer, well, it's not gone, and Eddie Elliott managed to keep it in, and it was excellent block from Mark Goller. Mark Goller went for the score, but was blocked by the Newtown cornerback, and out with the ball there on the far side comes Ben Cahy, and Ben, ball is given into the middle, and it's given to Johnny McCaffrey, younger brother of Jamie McCaffrey, and he gives it over to Conrad Rehill, and Conrad, county minor of last year, and he gives it inside. He give it inside to Mark Crudden that time, and it comes back out, and it's with Ben Cahy again, and this Newtown half-back line really looking to get forward at every opportunity, but now it's Ryan Crudden bedding down on goal, and Ryan goes for the shot, and it's a goal from Ryan Crudden, and
again, coming from I suppose a Derrygonnelly turnover. I think all of Newtown's scores so far have come from either a block shot or a ball lost in a tackle, and it's just unfortunate from Derrygonnelly's point of view that this is, that's happening. If they could just keep possession.
Newtown now in the ascendancy, and Dara Chapman bears down on goal again, and he gives a fist pass inside there, and well, this time Finlay McKenna manages to get that ball away, and we have Mark Gallagher here on the ball, and Mark will be looking to kick-start something here for Derrygonnelly, and he gives it outside, and he gives it to Evan Cassidy, and Evan gives it to Nisha Harbison, and it's given back inside to Mark Gallagher, and Mark taking on Jack Crudden there, and the ball is worked out, and it's worked out to Conor Rasdell, and it was worked back out. Evan Cassidy gives it out to Michael Duffy, and Michael, number 9, on his back, and he looks to play a long, high, diagonal ball in to his midfield partner there, Eddie Elliott, but It is Michael Rennick who came up with that ball for Newtown, and Newtown come away with the ball again and look to work the ball out.
Yeah,
On the ball, Ben Coy was getting on a lot of the ball. The number 7 and the number 5, Jack Crudden and Ben Coy, they're doing a lot of good work defensively and then looking to support their attackers. And
they are, yeah, and I mean they're just getting it a wee bit too easily here. Derrygonnelly's working hard to try and keep the pressure on, but again, just that wee bit of power is taking them out of the defence.
Dara Chapman gives it to Jim Sherry, and Jim gives it inside, and it's worked back to Dara Chapman, and Dara might think about the 2-pointer. No, he elects to go on inside the arc and then swing the left boot at it, but unfortunately for Dara, this one goes out and wide, so it's 9 points, 2-3 to 4 points to the Newtownbutler team, who lead here. We have almost 19 minutes played.
Yeah, again, that's Newtown's second wide. I suppose out of you're looking at 7 shots, so they've been pretty effective.
Well, Eddie Elliott comes up with this one, but immediately he is, well, it's Ben Coy who comes away, who elects to take the quick free and come away, and he gives it inside to Dahi Swift, the man who got an earlier point, but is well cut out this time by Finlay McKenna, and Finlay the ball out that time. I think it was to Nisha Harbison. And
again, Derrygonnelly, I suppose they're sort of running out of options here. I think Serbian's a strike across the middle there. It should be borderline yellow card, that one. When it comes down to it, again, Derrygonnelly just are sort of playing individually a wee bit here in terms of coming out of defence. They need a wee bit more support. I know that there's 3 or 4 of the boys who are working extremely hard and getting on a lot of ball, including the man that's on it at the minute.
Yeah, it has really been on a lot of ball. Conor Rasdell, and he gives it inside, and a goal chance. Mark Gallagher here is a great goal chance, and indeed takes it and puts Derrygonnelly right back into this game. And, I must say, the standard of football, I know there's been a bit of turnovers, but for excitement value, and it really is it's a very exciting contest. We have 20 minutes played. It's a 2-point game. We've had 2 goals. We've had some excellent score taken.
There's no doubt, and I mean the ball's moving well, and Derrygonnelly have to take a lot from that score that they're after getting. They're certainly working hard.
So Eddie Elliott comes up with this ball, and this time it's Finlay McKenna, and Finlay gives it over to his centre half forward, a man who's working extremely hard after his All-Ireland Flash success last week. Nisha Harbison given to his captain Michael Duffy, who gives it back to Finlay McKenna, and Finlay looks up and looks for a little pop pass into the man who got the goal, Mark Gallagher. An excellent bit of skill and a great battle going on between himself and Jack Crudden over there. Well, he had the advantage, so it was a shot to nothing really, and it's a free in to Derrygonnelly. And
yeah, Mark is really working extremely hard in there and showing out in front, which is excellent. This is a bit of a tough one for Connie Rosedale out on the. He is capable of it, but it's a bit of an ask.
And it's out on that far side, and we have a bit of a swirling breeze here too in St Patrick's Park, but Conor Rasdell comes up out near that far sideline, and he kicks it and he kicks it and he kicks it through, and a great score.
Excellent
score under pressure, and another player I've been very impressed with. He's we talk about possessions and touches and all that type of stuff,
and one thing about Connie as well, he's got a great engine. He'll run all day, he'll work hard all day, he'll keep showing no matter what.
So Newtown threatened, I suppose, maybe to run away with this for a while, but Derrygonnelly, as you would expect from any Derrygonnelly team, really right back in this one. We have a 1-point game in St Patrick's Park, and tempo, we have about 6.5 minutes left, and this time it's Newtown who turn it over, and Derrygonnelly have an opportunity if they move the ball quickly to get it into the forwards. And yes, inside Mark Gallagher has it, number 15, and he's been tackled by Michael Rennick.
I think it's 50-50 that one. I think certainly Niall was given the benefit of the doubt to the tackler in that case.
Yeah, he was done for over carrying, but Ben Cohy comes away with the ball, and looks to play a nearly high ball in, and that man Jim Sherry is inside wearing the number 14 and goes round the full back and cuts in and bears down and goes. But a great save by Jacob McHugh there, and could be a big turning point in the game. Hugh Fitzpatrick came out with the ball there and is back with Hugh Fitzpatrick. No, actually,
yeah, again, Jacob was very strong. He stood up. It was a great opportunity for Newtown to score another goal, but he was extremely strong how he stood up there.
Number 19 who has come on the field here, Colm.
Yeah, Colm Keown, he started instead of Shea McGurn, who must have picked up an injury before the start of the game.
But Ben Coffey, who's got on a lot of ball here too, and he gives the ball inside and it comes out to Mark Crudden, and Mark gives it back outside there. It's with Jim Sherry, and Jim gives it to Conrad Rehill, and Dara Chapman, and Dara snatches the right boot at it, and that one goes to the right and goes wide.
Yeah, that's Dara's fourth shot. He's scored one so far. I suppose Dara's the type, if he one sticks now, he'll probably score them the rest of the night. So a bit of pressure on him out the pitch in terms of the Derrygonnelly defence. They did well.
Well, one wonders when the first 2-pointer in the Fermanagh Minor Championship final will come, or indeed if it will come, and one suspects.
Yeah, it will come. We've had everything else at this stage.
Yes. Oh, fine catch there at the middle of the field from Ryan Crudden, and he plays it inside, and Jim Sherry has the ball, and Jim, well, a good tackle there, strong tackle from Paddy Sinclair, managed to hold the ball up, and well, Conal Rasdell, the ball is turned over again, and this time it was number 17, Connor King, who must have been a substitution.
Yeah,
there.
no, Connor started as well. I suppose they obviously weren't named whenever we got the list, but Connor started the game along with
Dahi Swift out, and Dahi Swift turns and cuts inside and gives a little ball, a little pop ball inside, and this is dangerous. And it's fired over the bar from Jack Crudden, man who scored 1-2 from wing half back. And
yeah, again a Derrygonnelly turnover led to that score. Newtown moved the ball pretty quickly. Dahi Swift's moving very well in front there. He has good vision as well. He's picking out his man. I have to say, it's a very good score from Jack Crudden again.
So up they go, and Michael Duffy breaks that ball down, and he's given the decision this time that he was pushed in the back, and he was pushed in the back by Mark Crudden. So Michael Duffy, who scored that fine individual goal, and he gives the ball to Eddie Elliott, his midfield partner, who looks to play a long, high, looping ball inside. And well, the free is given in. Evan Cassidy has won a free inside, and
yeah, just a slight hole, but it was 50-50. It was there to be won, and again, I suppose it's an opportunity here for Michael Duffy.
Well, is this
again,
going
it's a
to
bit of an
be
ask.
the first 2-pointer?
Yeah, it's a bit of an ask now.
It's a bit of an ask. It's,
yeah.
I suppose it's about 37, 30. That's not a true reflection, as it's out 15 metres in from the stand sideline, and Michael comes up wearing number 9 on his back, and that one, it's caught inside there, and well, it was caught inside there by Shea McKenna, and he was surrounded by Newtown defenders, and Newtown gained the free out for over carrying, and well,
yeah, again,
another free there.
Yeah, Shea did very well to catch the ball, but unfortunately for him, he was engulfed then by
long
Newtown
ball
defenders.
down the wing, and that little man, Dahi Swift, who has got on a lot of ball, he's getting out in front and he's bearing down. He manages to get the solo in before he was done for over carrying. Marginal decision there. Excellent turnover from Michael Duffy. Newtown looking to thread that one through the eye of the needle, and it just didn't work out for them. Michael Duffy read it and he came away with it, and Conal Rasdell is back there working the work rate of this man. So it's Conal Rasdell again, probably closest man to his own goal, wearing number 14 on his back, but he manages to get the ball out, and he worked the ball out that time to Hugh Fitzpatrick. Dara Chapman, dangerous man to be given the ball to in that position, but this time Ben Cahill has it, number 7 on his back, and Dara Chapman, and Dara looking for the opening, gives it into Dahi Swift, and Dahi jinks one way, jinks the other, and well, that one, unfortunately for Dahi, just goes to the left and wide. And
yeah, he was very unlucky.
Exciting old-style corner forward.
It is, yeah, and to be fair, like, he's moving, which is what you want from a corner forward. Derrygonnelly again a bit static there in defence. There was nobody really giving Connie Rasdale options. Just need to get a few more of their players on the ball in that position and help out.
Well, this time Ryan Crudden, and Ryan looked to get that ball inside, and Dahi Swift was looking to get away, but Derrygonnelly come out with it, and it's Nisha Harbison, and Nisha looks to thunder up the field. He goes by 3 Newtown men, he looks up, but everybody inside is marked, and he elects to go back, and his full-back is there, and his full-back is dispossessed, and Ben Cahy comes away with the ball, and he gives it to Dara Chapman, who goes into the Derrygonnelly half. He jinks one way, he jinks the other, toe to hand, and he's gone inside the arc, and he's still going. Dara Chapman looks to get that ball inside to that man Jack Crudden, and Jack, well, it seemed to run away, but Hugh Fitzpatrick comes out with the ball, and he's tackled, and he's overturned by Dahi Swift, and Dahi turns round, and Dahi looks to, it drops short and drops to Jacob McHugh, who gives a ball out on this near side, and Paddy Sinclair is there, and Paddy eventually fouled, and we can draw breath after that frantic bit of play. No, we can't, because the ball is
away again. Yeah.
Mark Gallagher is away here with the ball, and Mark has surely been fouled, and he's looking to move this one quickly, and he's got a man over on that far side, and that's Nisha Harbison is over on that far side, and Nisha looks to play a ball inside there, and he plays it into Evan McKenna, and Evan close to that far touchline, but he cuts inside, and he gives the ball back to Evan Cassidy, and Evan, number 12 on his back. Well, he's judged. And there's a Derrygonnelly man inside here, and it's the corner back, and he plays it over as a goal for Derrygonnelly. Well, Luther McBride snuck up the field and played the ball across, and the number 7, Shane McKenna, was inside.
It was great vision there whenever they won the free.
Derrygonnelly lead this game by a point as we approach half time. It's down to referee Niall McCann what injury time is going to be played here, but
I think
we've been very impressed by the battling quality of this Derrygonnelly team, because they're just not, they refuse to bow.
Yeah, and that's for sure. There's about 5 or 6 minutes left, I would make it there, Morris, in terms of the first half. At the same time, I suppose it's been played at a frantic pace. I think all the players are probably looking for a wee bit of a breather at this stage, but it's brilliant to see football being played at such a pace.
Look, I mean, and when we do get time to draw our breath, as I've said several times this year, when been in this position, the big winners in all this are the FRC.
There's no question about that.
And us as spectators, and everybody watching, because the game could not have gone on the way that it had been. Ben Cahy this time manages to break the tackle, and Ben goes one way, goes the other, and well, he looked to curl off and over with his right foot, but it's gone to the right and it's gone wide. And sorry, you said the time there, Niall Light.
Yeah, I think we're looking at about 5 minutes to go. I would make it at this stage. 30 seconds. So sorry, I'm losing the run of myself in terms of the time as well as the game.
Was I right for once?
Yes, Morris was right. Absolutely.
Well, I think it was my Crocodile Dundee when I looked up at the sun there, because it wasn't the watch. Yeah. So this time, an excellent piece of skill there from Conall Rasdale, and Conall turns inside. He's been all over the park, and this time it's Evan McKenna, and Evan is overturned that time, and Newtown have a chance. We've been told by Phil we're probably in the last play of the game. I don't think we have a hooter here in St Patrick's Park in Tempo.
Ben McCall,
Phil has everything else here, I assume. He'll have a hooter shortly.
This is a crucial period here now. Derrygonnelly can hold on just before half time.
Well, a good tussle in there, but it's judged to have been a free, and I suppose if you're going to foul, that's the place to foul.
It is, yeah, and it's the first opportunity for Dara Chapman, I suppose, to go for a 2-pointer here. and I suppose on the stroke of half time, it's for him it's well worth a go. Ben Cahill, I thought, was very cool in possession there, just coming out of defence. He didn't panic, found his man, and then got Newtown up the pitch.
Some fine players on display here this evening. We'll talk a little bit about it maybe when we do get time to draw our breath before we take a break at half time. But in the meantime, Dara Chapman comes up and Dara kicks, but this one's going to drop short, and it comes out, and Derrygonnelly come out with the ball, and well, it's half time, and indeed we do get time to draw our breath. And well, they might not have been everyone's favourites for this game, but Derrygonnelly lead this one on a scoreline of 3 goals and 2 points, which is 11, to 2 goals and 4 points for Newtownbutler, which is 10. Niall?
Yeah, and I mean,
sum up a frantic first half for me.
It was a frantic first half, there's no question, and I suppose in the first 10-15 minutes Newtown were a lot more composed than Derrygonnelly, a lot more composed in possession, getting the ball forward pretty quickly, particularly using the kick pass. Were a lot more successful in terms of their shots. In terms of Derrygonnelly were a wee bit more frantic, probably maybe not helping each other enough off the ball, and again their shot success wasn't great. Now that has sort of turned. Newtown have had a lot less success on their shot rate, and Derrygonnelly has been a bit better, and obviously the 3 goals that they got were a big difference. The key, I suppose, issue for both teams going in at half time, and certainly for both sets of managers, is the amount of turnovers. Derrygonnelly would have more turnovers at this stage, but a lot of that came in the first 15 minutes, which led to a lot of the Newtown scores, whereas Newtown were pretty cool in possession. That is, again, has turned, and it's probably one of the reasons why Derrygonnelly have had a bit more success. The ironic thing is, I suppose, in terms of kick-outs, it's been sort of 50-50 on both sides, though Derrygonnelly have had a bit more success with their own than Newtown have had, but it's all to play for. Very tight game, and certainly very enjoyable.
Well, you know, certainly it's a very enjoyable game, and you know, I know we've had tension, we've had turnovers, we'd have all that types of stuff, but I must say some of the individual displays here, I've been very impressed by that. The 2 Newtown wing halfbacks, Jack Crudden has scored 1-2, Ben Cahill, you know, carrying the ball out of defence. I've been impressed by Dahi Swift, really exciting player. We love to see that type of player getting out, that type of corner forward. You know, we go to the Derrygonnelly side and we've had some very solid displays. I mean, Conal Rasdell, his work rate, you know, we looked over the right hand side here, he was the last man. You know, Jacob McHugh was behind him. He's been up here. Everything that has been good about what Derrygonnelly have done, he has been on the ball. Their captain, Michael Duffy, who really brought them back into this game with that fine individual goal. You know, they've had numerous. Finlay McKenna has been very impressed with too, and his cousin Shane McKenna.
Yeah, and I mean, a big one for Shea was getting that goal, and I mean, so well worked in terms of Luca McBride getting forward, Evan Cassidy picking him out from the quick free, and then Luca had been cool enough to pass the ball over to Shea and into the net, which was a lovely goal to get at that stage of the game. And I suppose the one thing I think when it comes down to it, possibly in the second half, is who's going to have the stronger bench because of the pace that the game's been played at. You know, a lot of the key players that are going well in the first half, are they going to be able to keep that going in the second half? I suppose time will tell, because it is at such a frantic pace. But again, I suppose you know, both teams will win with a lot of positives, but obviously have a lot of things to look at as well.
Well, on that note, we'll take a break here and we'll draw our breath, and we might get a cup of tea. I've never come to St Patrick's Park in Tempo. Phil has the thumbs up there. If you join us for the second half of this one, brought to you by Fermanagh GA TV, and much thanks to Jerry and Frank Mulligan from Mulligan's Bar and Restaurant in Newtownbutler and Cassidy Eggs in Derrygonnelly. So join us for the second half of this one.
He smiled at me, and with pride says he, that's the gem of all Ireland's crown. Young Rosie McGann from the banks of the Bann, she's the star of the county down. And from Bantry Bay up to Derrygonnelly, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the sweet Polly that I met in the county down. At the harvest fair, she'll be surely there, so I'll dress in my Sunday clothes, with my shoes shine bright and my hat just right, win the heart of the nut brown rose. No pipe I'll smoke, no horse I'll yoke, and my plough will rust and brown, till a smiling bride by my own fireside sits the star of the county down.
Welcome back to St Patrick's Park and Tempo, and just Dara Chapman got a fist to that one, and Dahi Swift has come out, but this time it's been well judged, and there seems to be a switch in there. This time it's Paddy Sinclair who's picking up Dahi Swift, and Derrygonnelly look to come out with the ball and get a free, and it was number 19 Colm Keown who is in place.
But Colm started from the start.
He started from the start, and I suppose one thing Dara Chapman, the ball is turned over there. It was Johnny McCaffrey and Dara Chapman, but he drops that one short, and he drops it into the arms of Jacob McHugh, and Jacob plays it long, but it's excellent bit of fielding by Conor Rehill, and he gives it to Ben Cahy, and Ben's got a man if he elects to use him, and that man is Jim Sherry, and Jim gives it back to Ben, and well, it's adjudged that it's a free in there, and
yeah, again, an opportunity there for Dara, I suppose, dropped short. Jacob did well to bring it out. Unfortunately, then just a bit of a turnover there, and Newtown managed to keep it alive.
well, Dara Chapman with a free here, and it's just on the 13-metre line. It's about halfway between the sideline and the posts, and up he comes and strikes, and over the bar it goes, and we're all square here in St Patrick's Park and Tempo, and 11 points apiece.
Yeah,
7 scores to 5, but crucially for Derrygonnelly, 3 of those scores were goals. Jacob McHugh, and Jacob a good kick out to middle of the field, but this time it's Jack Crudden that comes up with the ball, and he goes one way and elects to turn back inside, and he looks inside, and I think is Jim Sherry, and Jim turns on the right boot, and that one curls, but it doesn't curl enough, and good ball in from Jack Crudden, and good opportunity there squandered by Newtown, Niall.
It was, and a quick ball too, and actually Newtown looked to expose a one-on-one there, so I'm surprised Jim just didn't take on his defender.
Oh, and it's well taken by Michael Duffy, and Michael looks to play in Connell Razzle, and Connell, and he gives it back to him. I think it's Michael, all right, who's coming flying down that far wing to take the return, and he's got Nisha Harbison who's free and acres of space, and Nisha bears down on goal, and Nisha drives that one over the bar, and maybe a half chance of a goal there.
It was coming in at a bit of an awkward angle, though he right-footed it. It was an opportunity. At the same time, it was good for him that he got the score. Derrygonnelly moved the ball quickly, and I mean that was the thing from in terms of both scores at the start of the second half. Is the ball being moved quickly, which again is following on from what happened in the first half.
We have 3 minutes gone in the second half, and that one is kicked out. Oh, it's well gathered there by Conrad Rehill, and Conrad county minor last year, and he looks to play that one inside, and inside he's got Aidan McCaffrey, and it's inside, and Jim Sherry has it and goes one way, goes the other, and he drags the ball wide. Excellent goal chance there.
Yeah, to be honest,
Aidan McCaffrey played a first time ball in. Jim Sherry got it, he went one way, he got the other, he got his right boot to it.
Yeah, but again, what's worrying for Derrygonnelly is the fact that that's twice now they played a long ball in. Jim Sherry has caught it, taken his man on.
Number 12 has gone off and been replaced by, I think it's number 16. Darragh Leonard.
I suppose Derrygonnelly need to watch that long ball, either pressure out the pitch, or certainly the defender needs to work a bit harder.
Well, this time Ryan Crudden comes, and Ryan drives forward as he did in the first half, and he gives it to Dara Chapman, and Dara surrounded by two Donegal men, and he's
wrong county for a start there.
Sorry,
Morris.
Derrygonnelly man. Too much All-Ireland stuff for me there.
Yeah, I think I suppose that's been the talk over the last few weeks.
Well, it's filled with that Kerry jersey on him there, as me kind of throwing all over the place. But Dara has a chance here. Actually, there could have been a case there where he might have been over carrying.
Yeah, and again, there was good pressure from Derrygonnelly. I suppose Niall gave the benefit of the doubt to the forward that time.
So this time Dara goes with the left foot, and we are all square again, and this one is nip and tuck.
Yeah, again, 5 shots for Newtown at the start of the second half, which is a quick one, over 5 minutes, with 2 scores from frees in the end up. And again, a lot of the pressure is coming from Newtown winning the Derrygonnelly kick out.
So again, Jacob goes long and goes to the middle, but again, Newtown come up with that breaking ball, and something Derrygonnelly are going to have to get to grips with if they're to take home the Father Carty Cup. Oh, excellent ball inside, and Jack Crudden has it, the number 5, goes one way. Oh, he plays it inside, and great defence from Derrygonnelly, and it was Hugh Fitzpatrick who came out with the ball, and I think over on that far side it was Paddy Sinclair, and he's surrounded by Newtown men, and Dahi Swift has overturned him, and Dahi, well, it's hard to know what is happening over there.
Yeah, and again, it's a real scrap in there.
But out with the ball. I think it was Michael Duffy come out with the ball.
It was, yeah, and he spotted Nisha Harbison out on the wing.
Nisha Harbison out on the wing, the man with the All-Ireland flair from last week, and he plays the ball inside, and it's given back out here, and Mark Guller hasn't he thought about a big switch, but instead of that he's played it inside there to another it was Shane McKenna.
I have to say, I felt there was a push in the back there, but Niall decided to play it on. Certainly it wasn't shoulder to shoulder.
Conrad Rehill ended up coming up with the ball, and well, that time Ryan Casey came out with the ball, and
yeah, and I mean it was borderline charging. I suppose I'm sounding a bit biased here, but again, Niall's letting it go.
So Ryan goes, and he gives it to Ryan Crudden, and Ryan has the advantage, but on he goes and thunders on. Michael Duffy tackling him, giving in for Dahi Swift. Dahi being picked up by Paddy Sinclair, 2 men close in stature, but it's turned over, and it's Conrad Rasdell who comes out, and he plays a ball inside, and the number 12. It's a free into Derrygonnelly. It was Evan McKenna who was adjudged to have been fouled there, and
again, Niall has decided to bring it back to where it happened, where in fact, I suppose the rule is you let the game go on, but I suppose Niall felt it wasn't taken from the right spot.
Well, it's Finlay McKenna has the ball. We get time to draw our breath, and it's given out to Eddie Elliott, and Eddie gives it back, and Finlay McKenna again, and man who's been on a lot of ball tonight, and over to Lucra McBride, and Lucra turns inside, and he's got Nisha Harbison breaking through the middle, and soccer style he scoops that one, and he scoops it over the bar with his left foot.
Yeah,
First
good
time.
score by Nisha. Second score of the second half for Nisha. Again, Derrygonnelly
Newtown
won the ball well
fullback
there.
seems to be limping there, and that'll be worrying, as his brother did not start this game, the county minor captain.
Yeah.
I suppose we forgot to mention that, and I wonder we possibly will see Conor Casey at some stage. He was warming up, but Derrygonnelly, Nisha Harbison, and Nisha really getting on a lot of ball at the start of this second half, and he plays it inside there.
That's Evan McKenna.
Evan McKenna is inside.
And again, I suppose Derrygonnelly's keeping it alive here,
Devin
which is good
Cassidy,
play.
and it ends up with Eddie Elliott, and it's given back out there, and Conor Rice has the ball, and Conor Rasdell gives it inside. Eddie Elliott has it, and Eddie toe pokes it forward, and it's Finlay, 6 on his back, toe to hand, goes round, puts one in the middle. There's two Derrygonnelly men there. His cousin was looking for his second goal, but out come Newtown with the ball, and it's played out there, and the sub has come on, Dara Leonard, and he gives the ball out to Ben Cahy, and now Newtown can break, and they look to get the ball in early, and Jim Sherry comes out for this one. Colm Keown marking him. It's given back to Ben Cahy over on that far touchline. Jim toe to hand, and he gives it back out to Ryan Crudden. Ryan is a man over on this far side, and that man is Conor King. Conor goes, look to dummy Michael Duffy, but he was overturned. Michael wasn't buying the dummy, and he gives it inside, and inside there is Mark Gallagher, and Mark goes one way, goes the other.
Borderline black card here, I think, at this stage.
He's dragged to the ground there,
Yeah.
and he's dragged to the ground by Michael Rennick, and Michael will be very fortunate to avoid some kind of a card here. But
Yeah, I think Niall's going to consult here, but to be honest, Mark was away. The rule book is, in that situation, it is a black card. Having said that, I suppose in this sort of situation, it's always hard to know. Now again, it came from a turnover. I suppose both teams are guilty of turnovers, and particularly scoring opportunities are going to miss as a result of that. So this could be a big call by Niall. No.
Yellow.
I think Niall, I have to say, he has to look at that. Again, yellow card when really it was it was full on black card. You pull a man down, it's a black card.
Well, fortunate maybe to stay on the field, Michael Rennick, but Connell Rasdell comes up, and Connell with the left foot, and Connell chips this one and chips it just inside the left upright, and Derrygonnelly go into a 2-point lead, and it's the first time they've had a 2-point lead since Michael Duffy got that goal, and like, this is very nip and tuck. It's very hard to call this game.
It is, there's no doubt, and it's an enjoyable game. I mean, both teams are going at it here.
We have 13 minutes gone in the second half, and it's kicked out towards the middle, and Derrygonnelly get the Brecon ball, and up with the Brecon ball comes Lucra McBride, and Lucra had given it inside to Nisha Harbison, but there's a foul here, and Michael Duffy takes the ball quickly, and he gives it to Lucra McBride, and Lucra gives it to Finlay McKenna, and Finlay gives it back to Michael Duffy, and Michael gives it inside. Lucra McBride, and strong cornerback, gives it Michael McKenna, and quick hands from Derrygonnelly, and it ends up with Connell Rasdell, and unfortunately for Connell, it was an excellent move through the hands and just hadn't the required finish. And
yeah, and he had a back Connie all day, as was the first miss that he's had, and again, out of 4 shots this half, that's the first Derrygonnelly have missed. Again, kept the ball moving, and having a bit of success on the Newtown kick out as it stands.
so this time it's Conor Cahy, and Conor goes high, and Derrygonnelly again. Well, Nisha comes up with the ball. Mark Gallagher, and Mark goes again. And Michael Rennick would want to be quiet, not. Oh! And Nisha shot, and well, it's adjudged they've gone out for a 45.
So the keeper must have got a touch on it there. It was a good effort by Nisha, and certainly the keeper stood up tall there.
So possibly a save from Conor Cahy, because it's gone out for a 45. And
yeah, and again,
well, Derrygonnelly having a bit of a purple patch here now with possession, and I suppose now is the time to convert.
It is without a doubt. And funny, the game, I suppose, has been on one side you had Newtown in the first half with Dahi Swift as a corner forward playing extremely well. Mark Gallagher in the second half here for Derrygonnelly showing up extremely well as a corner forward, and it's great to see that.
So Michael Duffy comes up, and Michael kicks, and in it goes, but it's Ryan Casey who comes out with the ball and gives that ball out to Ben Cahy, and it's Dara Chapman, and Dara comes out. He's got a man to this side if he elects to use him. He looks one way, he looks the other, gives a little dink inside to Jim Sherry, and Jim did manage to turn Colm Keown, but Dahi Swift, and Dahi goes one way, jinx the other, but he has to come back outside and look to get the pass out to Dara Chapman, and the ball has gone out and the ball has gone wide, and good defence there from Derrygonnelly. It was Michael Duffy who went back in, and
and he managed to get a hand to it, which blocked it. And then Dara was unlucky that he didn't get to it. It just came off his knee and went out for a wide.
This very exciting minor championship final, which is brought to you on Fermanagh GA TV, and many thanks to Jerry and Frank Mulligan from Mulligan's Bar and Restaurant in Newtownbutler, and Cassidy Eggs in Derrygonnelly.
And see Conor Casey coming on for Newtown now, and it's actually Aidan McCaffrey that's gone off now, so Conor's coming on the forward line. And again, he'll give them a bit of physicality, he's a bit of a presence about him, so I suppose we'll have to see how Derrygonnelly react to that.
So the man who obviously was injured or would have definitely been starting here tonight has come on for the final quarter of this game, and this time, but it's Derrygonnelly, and that man again, Luca McBride, who has really come into this game, but Ben Cahy plays it towards Dahi Swift, and this time Dahi misses out on it, and but he manages to get the better that time of Hugh Fitzpatrick, and he plays a ball inside, and Ben Cahy is in there in a dangerous position. He's looking for a runner, but it's played out, and the substitute is pulled down, and it's a penalty, and well, it'll be interesting to see.
This is going to be very interesting to see what Niall does here, because in the first earlier on we saw a black card for Newtown not given, and now I think we're going to see a black card for...
I think it was the substitute who came on there.
It was Conor Casey that was pulled down, and the ball fell lovely for him, so it did. So it'll be interesting to see what Niall does here.
Well, Niall...
Yellow card.
Well, he's consistent.
He is consistent.
Both were black cards.
He's consistent. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I suppose this is a big moment for Newtown.
Dara Chapman stands up, and he has the chance. A penalty to put Newtown in front. He stands up against Jacob McHugh, and Jacob saves it and puts it out for a 45. And well, I suppose Newtown fans will say Jacob probably shouldn't have been on the field, but it was a great save, there's no doubt about it.
It was an unbelievable save, I have to say.
And it wasn't that bad of a penalty. He got down low to his right hand side.
Yeah, he guessed well, and saw that he was going to put it to that right corner. It really, Dara, just a wee bit more power possibly, but at the same time it's so well placed.
So Ben Cahy.
I think we're seeing a bit of a change in the Newtown team here, are we?
Another change in the Newtown team.
19 has come on there, I think. And that is...
so 17 has ggone off the Newtown team.
Dahi Fitzpatrick on now.
Conor King has gone off as Ben Cahy. He's probably looking... No, I think he's going to... Well, we talk about turning points in games, and
yeah, and I mean again, it's I have to say, I suppose that was a goal chance and a point chance missed.
So we have 47 minutes played in this game, 13 to go. And that time Dara Chapman smashes that one down, and well, a free just outside the arc.
Yeah, again, I suppose Luke just tackling hard there. Newtown did very well under the Derrygonnelly kick out to win the breaking ball and looking to move it really quickly. I mean, that's one thing when Newtown get the ball in possession, they'll look to move it really quickly into the inside line.
So Dara Chapman, and Dara has the ball in his hand, and he's electing to go for this one out of the hands, and this is a 38 metre kick.
Yeah, and it's well within his locker, I have to say. He has it, I think.
And he's kicked it, yes! It's a two-pointer, and well, Dara showed great character after missing a penalty to come up and kick a two-pointer and tie this one up here with 12 minutes to go in St Patrick's Park, and tempo all to play for. This game has had everything. It's had almost black cards which turned into yellows. It's just about had everything here. The ball comes out, and on that far side Hugh Fitzpatrick, and quick hands, and he gives it to Michael Duffy, and it's back, and it was with, I think it was Conor Rice, was it, over on that far side. It was given over here, and Nisha Harbison has it now, and Derrygonnelly look to strike back and get their noses in front. And Nisha going one way. What a run by Nisha, and he has Conor Rasdell, and
yeah, I think it was just he was unlucky, but he did put his foot out. He was unlucky there, and that was Conrad Rehill. I suppose just missed.
Conrad Rehill mistimed his tackle, and it's a free to Derrygonnelly, and Conor.
Yeah, and some great footwork there by Nisha Harbison, I have to say, to keep the ball alive and keep the ball moving forward. So again, now it's Connie looking to put one in front.
We wouldn't rule out the possibility of. There's no extra time, Phyllis told me. Oh, that one has gone wide.
Yeah. I think
it's going to a replay because Phil hasn't the plug.
Yeah, again, it was a good effort by Connie, just tailed off to the right hand side.
Derrygonnelly bringing on a substitute over on the far side there.
I think that's I'd say it's probably Michael Ward, number 18, I think.
Michael Ward coming on the field. And this one goes long, and they go up for it, and who comes down? Newtown have the ball, and they come away with Conrad Rehill, the Ben Coffey, who has got on a lot of... and that one was blocked down there, and it was bucked down by Eddie Elliott, but Ryan Crudden comes up with the ball, and
again it was well won by Newtown, kept it alive. I suppose good block by Eddie Elliott there.
Plays the ball back, and well, the three-man rule.
It's borderline there, I think.
It was borderline.
Yeah, it was borderline.
I think common sense prevailed there.
It did, yeah. It was very close.
Oh, Dara Chapman, and Dara bears down on goal. And he manages somehow to get that ball away to Ben Guy, and Ben evades a few tackles. Manages to get it fisted out, and it's fisted out the substitute, who kicks with the left foot and kicks the ball over the bar, and the man who kicked that over the bar was Dara Leonard.
Yeah, and a fine score, I have to say, after a bit of pressure.
And again Dara Chapman driving, and possibly maybe taking a little bit too much out of the ball, but
yeah, I think Niall was letting it go. To be fair, Dara sort of lifted his game here, particularly after scoring that two-pointer. He's taken a bit of oxygen out of it. It's a crucial period of the game here now.
Big kick out. Newtown have got their noses in front, but Derrygonnelly have got this Brecon ball, and have got the free. Oh, he got the free, and Mark. Oh, well, I think Shane McKenna on the ball, or Conor Rasdell. 15-14. We're into the final 10 minutes of this one. Oh, on the outside of the right foot, and that ball, a two-pointer on the first two. We've had the first 2-pointer from a free and the first 2-pointer from play. And what a big score from Finlay McKenna.
It was, and it's great to see Finlay back on himself. It's always good to see a player back on himself like that, particularly in a pressure situation.
So in this seesaw battle here, and Derrygonnelly come up with the ball, Michael Duffy, and Michael gives it inside, and Conall Rasdell, and Conall gives it inside again. Oh, and it's blocked that time, and Newtown overturned the ball, and they give the ball away.
Yeah, and they had time as well, and the numbers over.
Harbison, and Nisha has a chance, and he plays it inside, and it's the other corner forward inside.
Evan McKenna.
And, Evan lets that one drift out over the line. We have 5 minutes to go here. Sorry, 6 minutes to go. Phil has corrected me, and Derrygonnelly won the last two, breaking ball, and Mark Goller, and Mark seen the goalkeeper off his line, but this one's not dead, and
that was a very soft free. Very soft free.
Push in the back.
Yeah, unfortunately for the defender, just a wee bit of a rush of blood to the head. Ball was gone out and just pushed him in the back. If the ball had gone over the line, he probably would have been all right. But again, that's the young lad, Michael Rennick. Yeah, he's just panicked a wee bit there.
So a chance.
They feared him, he was following his man, but just a wee bit of a rush of blood to the head.
Conall Rasdell, a big kick here as we enter the final 5 minutes to put Derrygonnelly 2 points in front. 2 points is a massive lead at the moment, and he chips this one over the bar. So we're into the final 5 minutes, and whatever time Niall McCann decides to add on here in St Patrick's Park in tempo, and at the moment it's Derrygonnelly Harps who have one hand on the Father Carty Cup, but I suppose there's a long time to go yet. So it's a free to Derrygonnelly, and Eddie Elliott give it to Adam Goller, or Mark Goller, sorry, and it's given out to Finlay McKenna, and Finlay, who's had a huge second half. Michael Duffy, and they'll be looking for players like Michael now, and Michael looks, and he manages to it looked like he squeezed that one over the bar.
He was very unlucky. To be fair, he kept working hard, and again, all to play for here, I have to say. 2 points in it.
2 points in it. A few minutes left in this one. So Conor Coffey kicks this one, and he kicks it towards the middle of the field, and who's going to come up?
I think he stopped for a head injury here.
Head injury.
Yeah, I think is it Michael? No, it's actually
Conall
that was down, and it took a bit of a knock, but Conall, knowing Conall, he'll shake himself and get on with it. He's going to throw it up here. So again, Derrygonnelly had a bit of dominance there. I suppose a few opportunities, maybe just didn't take them.
Well, a few opportunities, I would say, probably to put the game to bed, and two men go up here, and Dara Chapman, but Conall Rasdell, sore head or no sore head, wins that one, and the ball ends up inside with Nisha Harbison, and Nisha gives it out to Michael Duffy, and Michael swings the right boot at it, but that one goes out. Well, I
thought it was tail wide as well, but Michael just went for it.
Yeah.
And again, it was great play. Came into the game, looked for it at the right time.
By 3-9 to 2-9. We have 2 minutes left in the game. And one would fail for Newtown to pull this one out of the. Well, they have the ball, and it's Ben Cahy, and he looked to his left and he looked to his right, and he sees Jim Sherry, but Jim has to go wide to collect this one. Colin Keown shadowing him. He gets the ball back out. And it's a long crossfield ball, and it's given over there to Dahi Fitzpatrick, and Dahi gives it to Dara Chapman, and Dara goes for the 2-pointer.
And again, there's a wee bit of time left there. If Newtown just need to keep cool heads, I would have to say. They will get the opportunities here. I suppose at this stage now they're just going to go for it.
Well, 2.5 minutes I've been told by Phil to
so
go here, plus injury time, so there'll probably be 2 more. So I'd say with substitutes we're probably looking at 4, maybe 5 minutes left in this game.
I'd say 4 to 5 minutes. And again, as I say, they had up possession there and just went for the 2-pointer.
This time it's grabbed by Dara Leonard, and he gives one inside, and a dangerous man inside is Dahi Swift, and Dahi. What a save! Jacob McHugh 1-on-1, and Derrygonnelly cleared the ball out. And it's Conrad Real. The ball is turned over, and Derrygonnelly have a great chance with a breakaway score here to put this game to bed. Shea McKenna has the ball, gives it in. Conrad Rasdell. Conrad looks inside. He turns, he kicks, and he kicks the ball over the bar. Derrygonnelly lead this game by 4 points. We're into the final minute, and they have firmly their hands on the Father Carty Cup unless something drastic happens here in injury time.
There's still a couple of minutes to play. I'd say it's not over yet, Morris. It's not over yet.
Well, Niall is where is the ball goes long. Ryan Crudden taps it down. Conrad Real has it, and he looks inside and he plays the ball in.
I think
Jim Sherry wanted to carry on with that one.
He did, and I'm surprised Dara Chapman's not going to have a go at it here. Because
Dara has actually gone inside, and I think they'll be looking for him inside.
Possibly going to go for the goal here, but they still have a couple of minutes.
They have loads of time, but
it's dangerous.
A dangerous ball in, but Derrygonnelly deal with it and come away with the ball. And this one, Dahi Fitzpatrick, and Dahi taps it down. Conrad Real. Conrad has the ball, and they're looking to lump it in high, but Derrygonnelly have bodies back there, and I don't like to talk about men of the match or anything, but Conrad Rasdell has been everywhere here tonight.
That's it. Connie's been great. It's been unbelievable the amount of ground that he's covered. But I have to say, there's been so many of them have worked very hard.
They've worked really hard, and some great performances as Michael Duffy, and Michael goes with the right boot, but this one does tail out to the right and wide. And indeed, Michael has given a captain's performance, there's no doubt about it.
He has, there's no doubt, but again, Michael was probably thinking just go dead at this stage.
Looks to be holding his left hamstring there, gets this ball out, and Jim Sherry has come back. Jim goes one way, goes the other, and great tackling by Mark Gallagher, who's had a great second half as well. Michael Rennick with the ball. Michael, number 4 on his back, and gives it outside. And Ben Cohey, and Ben skies it in, and Dara Chapman is in, and Dara has managed to gain control of
Yeah, and again, Dara, I think, is playing sort of an individual game there. You know, he needs to look who's around him. I mean, his forwards in there, I can understand why he's doing that, but at the same time, the opportunity was there to lay it off.
So, we spoke beforehand, we spoke about league, we spoke about championship. And the final whistle goes! And Derrygonnelly have won the Father Carty Cup on a scoreline of 3-10 to 2-9, deservedly so here in St Patrick's Park in Tempo. Huge second half performance.
I have to say, it was unbelievable. Both teams gave it their all. I think Derrygonnelly just were a wee bit more composed in terms of how they played in the second half, but certainly it's a massive win for Derrygonnelly. Again, I suppose a team performance by both teams. A lot of heroes out there, and I have to say it was overall it was a great exhibition of football. A bit scrappy at times, but at the same time the ebb and flow of the game was just a joy to behold.
No, I mean, for excitement, for everything else, it just had absolutely everything. A penalty save which was worthy of
Yeah, and and again, Jacob also made another save after that as well, the one-on-one, and he also made a great save in the first half, something similar. So, again, every single player can hold their head up high in terms of how they played, and I think this is the first time we've actually beaten Newtown at this level. So from that point of view, it's a great thing for Derrygonnelly, and a lot of credit to the management. They were so well organised this year. They worked extremely hard. They set the goal at the start of the year that the championship was winnable. Just I suppose when we thought that I suppose Newtown were so strong, and to be fair to them, I think Conor Casey was a massive loss to them, for him not to be fit and starting, because he's just such a driving force and such a leader for them, and obviously combined so well with so many others.
I know, and indeed, just as I watch everybody shake hands there, and I just noted, great to see 3 senior players from Newtown managing the Newtown minors, and great to see, I suppose, one present who has come back, Eamon McHugh, and ex-Derrygonnelly players in Decky Meehan and Peter Gallagher.
Absolutely.
It's great to see these guys passing it on.
Yeah.
And the one thing I must say about the game, it was played in such a sporting manner. There hardly was we hadn't to speak about anything.
I suppose we talked about the potential black cards for both sides, and when it came down to it, I suppose Niall evened it up, and I suppose it meant that it was fair to both. Having said that, he let the game flow, and I think that added to it. I know I was making the point in the first half that possibly Derrygonnelly's physicality would suffer as a result of that, but they held their heads up. That, when again they were so gutsy in terms of how they kept the thing going. Again, I suppose Newtown, I suppose the changes that they made with their subs and everything else sort of did give them a bit of a push at times, but I suppose Derrygonnelly just managed to hold on and got the crucial scores at the crucial time.
Well, second half performance, like Niall, they're we talk about different things, and I suppose when we're involved with teams we talk about game management and everything, but there was no game management there.
No, it was just hell for leather.
It was frantic.
Yeah,
I suppose we spoke earlier about the new rules. We spoke about what we want to see, and what we've witnessed here, I suppose, for the last 70-80 minutes in tempo is really what we want to see going forward.
It is, and it highlights how good the new rules are and the difference that it's made to the game, this thing of defensive football, and you're going toe to toe. I mean, that's the mighty thing about it. You're going toe to toe at every end of the pitch, and that's what you want to see, and that's where, okay, I suppose looking at it, 3-10 to 2-9, not a massive score compared to some of the games we've been getting this year, and particularly at underage, but it just showed you how tight it was the whole way through.
Well, we're going to have the trophy presentation now in St Patrick's Park in Tempo, and I believe TG Cahir are doing a documentary on trophies and old trophies, and the Father Carty Cup indeed is probably one of the oldest trophies in Fermanagh.
Yeah. And
I see a very famous Devonish man down there, Peter Carty, who maybe is going to present the cup. Yeah, which is lovely to see Peter out here, and to see him out and about again is brilliant. What a stalwart for Fermanagh football and for Devonish, just a man that has such pride in this county, which is brilliant. Well, as I look over to the left here, I see a very forlorn Conor Casey, and indeed it's sad, I suppose, to see a lad, cut down by injury for probably his biggest game of the year, and there is no doubt a huge loss to Newtown here this evening. There's no doubt. Now, Conor is underage again next year, so he'll get another opportunity at this, and I suppose they'll look at this, and a lot of that team is underage again next year for Newtown, and I suppose a lot of the key players for Derrygonnelly, this was their year, their final year, and I suppose particularly like say Michael Duffy, Connie Raz, this was their final year, so they had to do it. This was their last chance, and that's why you could see it in their play. They were giving it absolutely everything. Well, as the Derrygonnelly team line up here in front of us, band of brothers style. Yeah, and indeed that's the way they played, and I suppose it's no less than you would expect from a Derrygonnelly team, and came in here very much, I suppose, as the underdogs for this game, but came away winning the Father Carty Cup, and we have Michael Duffy down here going to be presented the cup by Peter Carty.
And again, see Owen Cassidy there.
So Owen Cassidy, Youth Board Chairman there, thanking Niall McCann for reffing the game.
The new time on Derrygonnelly, I don't know, I think this is maybe 6 finals now since 2013. I believe this is the first one that Derrygonnelly has actually won. New time, this does not make you a bad team by any forward, and the younger boys will be under 16 for the rest of the season as well. Congratulations, both teams. I also want to welcome Peter Carty here on behalf of the Carty family. Welcome, Peter.
Peter Carty being welcomed. Peter, who will present the Father Carty Cup.
And so now all that's left for me to say is congratulations, Derrygonnelly, and I'm now going to ask Peter to present the cup to Michael Duffy, the captain of the winners this evening, Derrygonnelly Harps.
So Michael Duffy being presented with the Father Carty Cup by Peter Carty. As I said earlier, TG Cahir doing a documentary on trophies around the country. Michael Duffy will say a few words now.
First thanks to the pitch in great condition. Then I'd like to thank the match officials, and the two sideline men, and Harris for doing a great job today. Thanks to the Newtown for such a power team again, and to their management for bringing us this way. It's always good to have these 3 cheers to Newtown.
Well, the much maligned 3 cheers there.
Thanks obviously to the club for everything, for bringing us to the match today. Thanks especially to the management, Jackie, Ewan and Pete Gallagher, really got the best out of the team and brought us the whole way after a tough start to the year with all the injuries and other stuff happening.
Michael there thanking his management team.
Thanks to the parents and the families for all coming out for their support as well. It's brilliant for having us all here today. And so finally, thanks to the boys for the hard year for us, all the different stuff happening, and all the hard work going up to today. Champions at last.
Well, Michael Duffy, I suppose, has the final word here in Derrygonnelly as the Derrygonnelly Harps guys celebrate their well-deserved, well-earned victory here in St Patrick's Park in Tempo. I leave the final word to Niall Smith here. Niall?
Yeah, again, it's so hard to say. In terms of Newtown, I suppose, have dominated the whole way through, and again the boys showed so much character today by playing good football, and they've been playing good football all year. Again, it's a credit to Fermanagh football in terms of playing them. It bodes well for how football's going to be played going forward.
Well, absolutely. We've witnessed a great game of football here today, and we thank the sponsors again. Look forward to bringing the Senior Championship, the League Finals on Sunday, and the Senior Championship starting in 2 weeks' time on Fermanagh GAA TV. So from myself, Maurice McLaughlin, and co-commentator Niall Smith, it's goodbye from St Patrick's Park in Tempo.